The next idea that I have is one that we've done already here. And what I've called it is a featured speaker meeting. And if I knew where I heard it at first, I'd credit it to somebody else. I'm not sure if I heard it or if I came up with it, so I'll just pretend it came from somewhere, but I can't remember where. The whole point was to have a meeting in which there is a featured topic of interest. Now, I say we did it here before because in the last few months, Arlen gave a featured presentation on humor. Am I right? It was humor, wasn't it? I missed it, unfortunately, due to some other requirements. But I talked to a number of members who did attend, and it went over really well. It was an excellent program, of course, and everybody got a lot out of it. And one of the things the club did, besides having a great speaker give a great topic, was we publicized it. And we brought guests to see that. What I've suggested at the district, and what you're going to see at TLI, is going to be a suggestion to continue doing that, and for other clubs to start doing that as well, to do that featured speaker meeting within their own companies. Because you have employees at your company that do need skills, and they know what they're interested in. You may need to find out what it is. A couple of suggestions that I have that are just for ideas, there are a lot of possibilities out there. Professional use of online social media. Impress your boss, how to give a status report in 2 minutes or less. 10 crazy interview questions and how to answer them. How to handle your next performance appraisal. Something that someone can speak on intelligently in your club. Advertise it. You don't have to try and advertise the person. A bunch of people in spirit aren't going to say, ooh, Rob's speaking, I got to go. Make it something they'd be interested in hearing about. Then hopefully the speaker will impress them and Toastmasters will impress them. Because as great as Arlen is, and we all know it, not everybody in town knows who he is. But when you hear that someone's giving a professional presentation on how to use humor in speaking, you think, maybe I should go check that out. The trick is to have something that resonates within your club, within your community or corporate environment as well. Something that will attract people to your meetings and let them see what the advantages are to being in Toastmasters. The fact is that your club, every club, ours of course, and others, already have people that are good at these things. You don't have to be the best, you just need to be better than the people coming to listen to you. And it doesn't have to be a solo effort. It doesn't have to be one 30-minute program. You could have 3 5 to 7 minute speakers on social media. One talk about Facebook, one talk about LinkedIn, one talk about blogging. Again, we have people in every club that have interests and skills in those areas and can give short presentations on avoiding corporate blunders on Facebook or something along those lines. Now, what subject could another Toastmaster club that would entice you to go visit it? Think about that. What would cause you to come visit the Boeing Club? What would cause you to go visit West Wichita? What topic? Think about that and see if you can bring that into your own club or even suggest it to that club. Let them know, if you did this, I would actually come to your club to hear it. Giving those niche presentations can help not only you, but your club as well. Along those same lines, think about guest speakers. Here's another thing that we've done here as well. I forget the exact time frame, but it was around the time I joined, maybe March or April of last year. John Madden came and gave a presentation for us. And if I'm not mistaken, we have a guest speaker coming in 2 weeks. Paul McDonald is going to be in the area from Kansas City, a very good speaker. I don't actually know what his topic is. In his case, I know him, so I'm looking forward to hearing him speak. But I think it wouldn't be bad if we publicize what he's going to talk about. Maybe we can get some guests to come to hear him as well. I wouldn't suggest guest speakers on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis. That should be something about every 6 months to a year, which is about what we're doing. But that's up to every club. But it's an idea. We have a lot of advanced members right here that can be available to speak at other clubs in town. Maybe we can invite one another to speak at our clubs on those topics, whatever we know we're good at. We know we have somebody who's good at humor. We have a lot of folks with a lot of skills. Let's tap into them. And many of us would be interested in speaking in other environments. In fact, that's why most of us are a member of this club, is because it's a second environment to speak in. All those ideas that I've been giving you have been mostly around helping out your own club, but also with the thought of helping another club. I did tell you that the other thing I would talk about besides coaching yourselves is also the official coaching program. I want to talk a little bit about what it takes to be a club coach and how you can do it. There's a few basic criteria in order to be a club coach, and I want to make sure I read them so I get them right. The first one is to be a Toastmaster. That was easy, wasn't it? Number 2, be interested in helping others, because you're going to have to do a little bit of work You're not going to do all the work. The club needs to do their share, obviously. But you're going to need to be there to help and answer questions. You need to be available to attend that club's meetings and hopefully some of their executive council meetings as well. It doesn't mean every meeting that they meet every single week, but 3 out of 4, I would say, in my opinion. And you need to be willing to tell the LGM that you want to do it. And here I am, just tell me. Or you can email me. Let me know what your availability is. Maybe you could go to a Wednesday night or a Tuesday night club, but not a lunchtime club. Maybe you're available to go to Salina on their club night, which I think is Tuesday. By all means, let me know. For the club, have to meet 2 criteria. Number 1, have 12 or fewer active members. That's less than 13 or 12 or fewer. You never seem to say it right, no matter how many times we try. People think it's 11. 12 or less. We have 5 clubs in our division that currently meet that criteria. And then there's also a club that already has coaches assigned that was below 12 last year, but they've already improved from there. The 5 of our clubs in town actually need coaches. 1 has 1 assigned, the rest do not. And I know that our division governor has been sending out emails asking for folks to help out to coach these clubs. Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. Bank of America, McConnell, Beachmasters, Rye in Garden City, which would be a bit of a clip. I realize it's a bit of a drive. And then Via Christi. One other thing, I want to clear up a few misconceptions because there's a lot of misunderstandings about coaching. Number 1, you don't have to say you want to go to one of those clubs. If you want to be a coach and you can only volunteer on Monday nights, well, the only club we have right now is West Wichita that meets on Monday nights. But I can still write down your name as a volunteer as a club coach. And that way I know 5 years down the road, if West Wichita's not doing well, we have your name. Not that I may keep it for 5 years, but anyway. At any point, or another club charters and it has trouble, maybe a club that's going to charter and I say, hey, you're going to coach, would you like to mentor? Same type of work. If your club needs a coach, you don't have to know who you're going to get to ask for one. Doesn't hurt, but you can ask for one and we'll help your club find one. Of course, if you do pre-coordinate, which I think happened with Hayworth, if I'm not mistaken, Darryl, you guys had actually spoken before you guys told me that you were going to do a coach. I'm not sure I remember correctly, but I think that happened. And that's a good thing too. That makes my job slightly easier. Thank you very much. Remember, the club coaches get credit towards an Advanced Leader Silver. You also get some free materials from TI, at least a manual on how to rebuild a club, and I think there was a few other things in that packet as well. Don't join the club before you're appointed, and I'll tell you when that happened, and you can look it up online as well. But if your name's not out there and you join, you actually don't get credit. So you need to make sure you do it in the right order. Get appointed first, then join. You don't have to join, but many do. And finally, to be successful and get that Advanced Leader Silver credit, the club has to finish the year distinguished or finish next year distinguished. Last year, Colleagues of Wisdom was able to finish select distinguished. So 2 of our coaches in town, Connie George and Angie Smith, received credit for coaching. Last year, you heard me say a lot of times, it's a great year to be on the A team. I still believe that it is. In fact, I think this is a better year to be on the A team. I think we have top team in the district, in my opinion. And yes, I'm biased, partly because I live here and partly because I see here more. But the fact is that we have all the players, we have the playbooks, we have the talent, we have the people to do the job and to be successful. I hope that all of you will consider the opportunities that being a club coach can provide, even if you do try it out by coaching your own club a little bit first before you get out there and coach another club. You can always call or email me to volunteer if you're interested. By working together, we can unleash all of our possibilities and help ourselves, help our clubs, and help our fellow Toastmasters.